couple of yards deep. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So South Carolina's offense will have first crack at this one. And it was a rough showing last. It all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Oh, the quick spin move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will take the field for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
Here's the give off the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Look out, he's got room. Smashes through the tackle. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
3 yards First down for the offense after that penalty. Now on the move. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Handoff to the lone back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for him.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it in. It's Sims. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll give it to him again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit.
Touchdown, Ole Miss. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, you got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch, man. The quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. Got to be a little bit more sound on defense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the fumble recovery sets up this offense with a great opportunity to cash it in for points. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Rebels! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Got him downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They boot it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt. He gets a block. And he loses the football. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He'll try to take it back. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Rebels will try. It's a fake he wants to throw. And he's got it. Got to get to the sticks. And they caught the return team hitting the snooze button, and they pick up the 1st down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He leaves it with his back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so you've got to continue to play well within the conference.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. Let's it fly. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. He'll keep it himself. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Rebels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Great job by the back on the option. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. How about this? They go empty on 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Power football with the run. It's the runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. At the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments.
Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He'll start this drive firing. Got it in the middle. It's Ivory. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Welch. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Throwing right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Rebels will punt this one away. We assume he's going to punt it this time. He did complete a pass earlier. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll pull it down, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Pulls and fired complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jukes his way for more. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the inside. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. It'll be a draw. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Hard-hitting tackle. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
To the air on first down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Finds his man, it's Massey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They're going back to the ground.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Catch in the middle, it's Sims. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on 4th down? You settling for a field goal? Or you've got a play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Offense working from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man. Gets away from one, finds room. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He makes the grab. He's in open space downfield. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Higgins. Shakes off the defender. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it today.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football.